Hi everyone, so today we're going to continue on with our reading and comparing series. Last week I talked about 1984 and Stasiland, comparing those two texts, and today I want to talk to you about Year of Wonders and the Crucible. So just to let you guys know, reading and comparing is a part of many English study designs, and especially the one that I teach here in Victoria, Australia. So reading and comparing is when you have two books that you are reading and then you go ahead and compare them. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out, does it? So when it comes to offering those comparisons, there are so many different things that can be said. So I wanted to cover the really quick basics on Year of Wonders and Crucible, and hopefully with me giving you an introduction to these two books, you'll be able to walk away and find a more insightful and deep analysis on your own. So let's get started. Introductions. The events of the Crucible begin with a group of young girls from Salem being discovered dancing and playing witchcraft with Tituba, the slave of the town's religious leader, Reverend Paris. When his daughter Betty falls ill as a result, they and others seek to deflect blame away from themselves and simultaneously exact revenge against those they feel have wronged them. To do this, they are led by Paris's niece Abigail Williams to begin a spree of accusations of witchcraft which result in the hangings of many of the other townspeople, including John Proctor, whom Abigail once had an affair. In Year of Wonders, plague strikes a small, isolated Derbyshire village in 1666, when it is brought there by a tailor carrying a bolt of infected cloth from London. The village's population is decimated as a result, and in the resulting turmoil, the social contracts which bind the villagers begin to disintegrate as fear and suspicion erode them. Told from the perspective of a young widowed serving woman called Anna Frith, Year of Wonders shows her burgeoning strength as a healer and ultimately her escape at the conclusion of the novel to a new life. Themes. There are similar and different themes in Crucible and Year of Wonders. Both involve conflict between faith and God. However, in the Crucible, the existence of God remains unquestioned, whereas in Year of Wonders, the protagonist Anna doubts God's role and power, especially after she loses her family to the plague. Both books deal with dangers of isolation, both physical and social. The population in both of these towns is very small, which means that everyone knows everything about each other, and issues are escalated incredibly quickly and spread across the village. Fear, madness, and desperation is also another shared theme. When we read these two books, we come to understand how fear can lead people to do irrational things, and how madness and desperation in conflict can lead people to respond in different ways. That's why in the Crucible we see people blaming each other in order to save themselves from inquisition of the church, whereas in Year of Wonders we see people only care about themselves, so they run away from the village despite the fact that they could spread the plague. Now let's look at the two protagonists. In the Crucible, John Proctor is a local farmer married to Elizabeth Proctor, who highly values his good name and detests hypocrisy. In Year of Wonders, Anna Frith is a young widowed mother of two boys whom she loves dearly, and is instrumental in the village's management of the plague, being curious, hardworking, and open-minded. These two characters are alike because their pursuit of hope and the truth is similar, and they hold fast to their beliefs. When you're studying this text, just as I said with Stasiland in 1984, knowing the historical context is really important. The Crucible was written by this guy called Arthur Miller, and it's actually a reflection of society during the 1950s when everyone feared communism. During this time, Senator McCarthy came to power, and he used his power by spreading fear into people and maintaining his power by creating an America versus communism stance. Arthur Miller was directly involved in this because he was accused of being a communist during this time. So he actively felt like there was a witch hunt against him. And so a lot of what the book is about heavily reflects on the McCarthyism period during the 1950s. Therefore, you should definitely do research on Miller and his views and values, because that will give you further insight into your text. Also, don't forget that The Crucible is a play and Year of Wonders is a novel. So, if this is the case, it means that the way that the characters are portrayed can be different. It means that the delivery is different. So with that in mind, how does that change your understanding of the characters and the themes? How do each of the texts reveal the author's views and values? When we're looking at reading comparing, we want to look at the bigger picture. So don't just look at themes and characters, but think about how these themes and characters reflect on the author's points of views. What are they trying to tell us? What's the message that they're spreading? And no, it's not spreading fear. So I hope that was a good introduction into the text for you guys. If you have any questions at all, then please leave them in the comments below so that we can all help each other out. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel as well, especially if you're looking to amp up your English skills. Until I see you guys next time, have an awesome week. Bye!